Well, look, as far as India is concerned, I think the first and most important signal we need to send to the people of Bangladesh is that we stand with them. That there is no other vested interest that India has. We have interests, obviously, in a peaceful, prosperous Bangladesh, but we are with the people. We stand for their right to determine their own political destiny and their own representatives. Having said that, we obviously have to be very much on alert. There are some disturbing reports coming, as you know, of attacks on Hindu homes, temples and individuals. One might hope this will calm down, especially because every sort of popular uprising is followed by some degree of anarchy. We all saw the pictures of looting, etc. yesterday. It may calm down and stabilize in a couple of days, in which case we don't have to worry. If it doesn't, then of course there is a risk even of refugees fleeing to our country, and that would be a matter of grave concern. Third, obviously, I'm sure that our High Commissioner and our staff there are safe and they're monitoring the situation closely, and I hope they're in touch with the new authorities as they emerge. We still don't know who is going to be in the interim government. Various names are being floated, but I think that's going to be an important contact. There are some understandable concerns in India about the increasing influence of the Jamaat-e-Islami, which has taken a very hostile attitude to India in the past, and possible meddling by China and Pakistan, which have always seen Bangladesh as a potential soft underbelly of India that they could fish in troubled waters in. And so therefore, again, we have to be alert, we have to do our own thing. But I believe it would be a mistake to take a hostile attitude to this change, even though we were strong supporters of the previous government, because it is not our business. And I don't think the Indian government will do that. I think the Indian government will accept whatever new reality emerges, that's my impression, and that they would actually work seriously with the new authorities, because peace and progress in Bangladesh is not only in the interests of the Bangladeshi people, it's also in our interests. We don't want an unstable or an unfriendly neighbor.
Talking about the interim government, which you touched upon in your previous answer, because there are many names which are floating in regarding this. Mohammad Yunus, who is a Nobel laureate in economics as well. How government of India should deal with the interim government, because we have seen the development which has taken place, the army's role. We have seen the troubled neighborhood, which you also spoke about. How should government of India deal with the interim government now therein? I
think constructively. I think we should make ourselves available, our good officers, to help them in whatever way. India must reassure everybody that we are not an unfriendly power, that we have no desire to dominate or control what's happening in Bangladesh. We would like to be helpful. That would be the kind of message that I believe we should convey both publicly and privately.
Sheikh Hasina's son also came on record and he said that Sheikh Hasina will not return to politics because she held that office for last 15 years. Do we see the end of Sheikh Hasina era? Because Khalida Zia yesterday was being announced that she has been released as well. How do you look at the dynamics right now? It's unfolding.
No, I think it's very clearly the end of the Sheikh Hasina era, no doubt about that. She's also 76 years old, and I don't think she's going to sit in exile plotting a comeback. I think that would be unwise. And we've seen an unfolding drama in the last half a century between the forces associated with the liberation movement, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and now his daughter, for a lengthy period of time, and on the other side of the fence, people associated more with the military and to some degree with the more Islamist forces within Bangladesh. Don't forget, Bangladesh used to be East Pakistan. There is a certain, shall we say, basis for Islamic fervor in sections of that society. India has, I believe, engaged fairly constructively with every government, even the governments that were not overtly friendly to us. And I think we'll have to continue doing exactly the same thing. As far as the Sheikh Hasina era is over, I do believe it presided over very important economic growth and progress, but it's not clear that the benefits of that economic growth reach the bottom of the pyramid. And that's why the people who are on the streets protesting don't feel they have much to lose. I'm told that 40% of the population of Bangladesh between 15 and 24 are neither in education nor employed, and that's a damning statistic. So for these people, they welcome a change because they were not doing very well under the previous system, even though the macroeconomic indicators were very good. This is an important lesson for all countries, including us in India. We have to make sure that whatever growth figures the government talks about, that the benefits are reaching the ordinary people of this country. And that's the same logic that perhaps in Bangladesh has failed.
Last up would be